time's knocking upon your front door.
All right. Well, get ready, everybody, because I like to call this segment "In the Kitchen with Rich." You like
Nice.
that?
That's
And
nice.
today we're here with Chef Patrick, who is going to cook something. And if you know anything about me, you know that I don't know how to cook
Until today.
Patrick, thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
having
here.
me, Rich.
How long have you been chefing?
Ooh, it's been a long time. About 25 years in the food service industry.
Wow.
I've been an executive chef. I had my own catering business, personal chef business. I even did culinary instruction for middle to high schoolers up until the pandemic, and then everything stopped. And my friends and family always told me you should start a YouTube channel, and I always told them I don't have the time. But guess what? I had a lot of time.
Yes.
At the pandemic. So when that hit, I really had to take a look and say, you know what? Let's go all in on YouTube. And Sabroso was born.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
because
you.
it's been very successful on YouTube.
I appreciate it.
And what I like, because I don't really actually like to cook. I like to eat, but I don't really like to cook.
I like to
It
do
causes
both.
me too much stress. I'm the it's too I would need this for everything, and then as I'm done, I have to put it away. So otherwise, I'm using too much stuff. But you make it look really good and easy, and the food. Let me tell you, vegan or not. And today we're making something vegan, right?
That's correct.
What are we making?
We're actually doing a spin off of a classic hummus dish, which is hummus with spiced lamb, which is popular in the Middle East. But our version, we're going to do a roasted jalapeno and roasted garlic hummus. And then we're going to top it with what I call spicy taco beef. We're using Impossible meat so that we keep this totally vegan.
Thank you.
I do have a version where we do just regular ground beef, but you can do whatever serves your purpose. We're also going to top that with a nice fresh cucumber tomato salad and a little extra accoutrements.
Well, let's do it. I'm excited.
And probably the most important thing is the dipping. We're going to use crispy tostones. I don't know if you've ever had tostones.
Which, yes, and they're being made right now out in the real kitchen.
My assistant,
Yes,
happens to be my wife. She's getting that ready now as we're about to begin.
I love it, and I have been told I'm helping, so we'll see what happens here.
Yes.
We should have a fire extinguisher somewhere around here.
Yes. So the thing about cooking is what I've learned is that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. Even when I do my videos, I space it out. Like if there's something that I could prepare the day before, that's what I'm doing. If I can do something a couple hours ahead, that's what I'm doing. So this hummus can essentially be made a day before, keep it in the fridge, and it'll keep up to a week.
Oh, okay.
So when you're looking at doing cooking at home, that's my mindset is how much of this can I prepare so that on that day, at that moment, I'm not overwhelmed with all the activity.
And even food prep, we're like, make a bunch of hummus, use it for something else, and then in a couple days make this.
Makes a great sandwich spread. You can do it for little appetizers. Yesterday we had smoked oysters, which you can put a little baguette, a little hummus, a little smoked oyster. Doesn't get better.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is the spicy taco beef, which is super simple.
Super.
One thing I made sure is that everything is laid out for you. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to add this oil.
What is this?
Oh, this is, let me mention this because I love these bottles. So this is called Chef's Life. This is a cooking oil, actually cooking finishing oils that Chef Brian Malarkey, he was the Top Chef contestant on Top Chef season 3, I think. And he came up with this line of cooking oils. And his purpose was to make, cooking with oils less difficult or simplified. So if you read here, it says use this oil for cooking. So anything that you have to saute, exactly. You know exactly you can use this.
It's like cook by numbers. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
1 for this and 2 for that.
And where do people get these?
So this is we'll show it in the show notes.
Yeah.
We'll have a link and a coupon code that you can use to get, I believe it's 15% off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and these cool squeeze bottles, which is the craze right now. This is a finishing oil, so I'll be using this at the last moment. But they also have a cooking spray. They also have seed oils if you're into seed oils. It's a really great product, and it's just it takes the guesswork out of can I use this, or is this going to be too strong? What's the smoke point? It's all laid out for you. You can use this for anything.
Okay, good.
Right. So we're going to add a little bit of that oil. I would say about a tablespoon. So a couple squeezes. That's good.
Okay.
Right. And then we're going to add here, I already chopped up some onion and a little bit of garlic. Yep.
Right, I'm putting that in here.
Put it right in there. You hear that sizzle?
Can I use this to get the rest out?
Absolutely. That sizzles what you want. So whenever you're cooking, make sure that your stove, your pan is hot so that when the ingredients go in, they begin to cook immediately.
I always get nervous I'm going to burn it.
Yeah, and that's also a lot of people, it's almost like driving a car. They only have one speed.
Uh-huh.
Some people like to do real high heat. I only use it, like, it depends on what I'm cooking. Here, I would have it at medium high.
Okay.
That's always a safe bet, so that you get, the results that you want from caramelizing onions or whatever. So we're going to cook that for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to start the hummus.
Okay.
So
should I be stirring this or anything, or leave it?
you can do like every
couple seconds.
15 seconds.
Okay.
This particular recipe is a little bit different from those recipes that are out there. I purchased dried garbanzo beans, then I soaked them overnight, and then I cooked them for 40 minutes on the stove, and this is the result. Now, you're saying, why won't you use canned? You could absolutely use canned chickpeas. However, when you use the dried version and you cook it, much creamier, much silkier texture.
And cheaper.
And cheaper.
We buy the dried stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to add, this is about the equivalent of 3 cans of chickpeas, because I wanted to make sure that you have enough to.
For the audience, for our audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody in the audience is getting a piece.
Right. Now, a couple more things that are super important for any hummus is tahini. I like to add about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half for the amount that we have here of tahini. So here's my cheat way to do roasted garlic oil. I take garlic cloves, I place about half a cup of olive oil in a sauce pot, and I bring it to low heat. And I let that cook until the garlic begins to get like a light golden brown color, and it's soft, and you start to smell that nuttiness and that sweetness. It's a kind of a hack for making roasted garlic. Normally, you would take a garlic bowl and you would drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it, put it in the oven. This is just a quicker way.
Okay.
So what I did was I took some of that garlic oil and I took a jalapeno and I just brushed it with a little bit of garlic oil, put it under the broiler about 10 minutes each side until the skin was blistered, peel the skin, remove the seeds, and here we have roasted jalapeno. When you roast a jalapeno, all that heat is mellowed out. So it's not going to be super spicy, right? Even though if you like super spicy, that's fine, but this is going to mellow out that spice. So that's why I like to do a roasted jalapeno. Okay. Then we're going to take that garlic, make sure we get all that beautiful roasted garlic. And then we're also going to add that oil. About a half a cup right now, and then if I need more, I'll add more. Another key component to any hummus is acidity in the form of lemon. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze about 1 lemon. All right, so I'm going to stop this real quick because now that our onions are nice and caramelized, translucent, we're going to add the Impossible ground beef.
Okay.
Now, again, you can do this with regular ground beef. You can do it with ground chicken, but I like using Impossible beef. Probably one of the better products out there. You can also use soy chorizo, which I use a lot. So you can add that right into the pan. And then because the Impossible beef doesn't have a whole lot of oil like natural ground beef would, just add a little bit of oil. And all you're going to do is crumble that until it resembles that. It looks just like ground beef.
I love Impossible.
Yeah, it's a great product. back to our hummus. We're going to add some spices now. I have some cumin, which is very traditional in classic hummus. I'm also going to be adding some oregano.
Are you an eyeballer with that kind
Absolutely,
of stuff?
but it on my recipe website, which we'll have that link in the show notes as well. It's called Provecho. And the thing I love about this recipe website is that not only can you get a printer-friendly version of that recipe, but you could actually connect to Instacart right through that.
Wow.
Yeah, and it connects you so that you can shop immediately, instantly online. Not only that, if you're working on the recipe, say on your iPad, you could actually click the thumbnail and it'll show the video of what I'm doing as you're cooking.
Okay, I have a question from like an entrepreneur standpoint.
Sure.
Are you in charge of all of that? You're doing that all yourself? Or do you have a team?
From A to Z, it's just me.
Wow.
Yep. So I do the cooking, I do the prep, the cooking, I do the videography, the photography, but also the editing.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we just want to season with salt and pepper, and that's basically it. We're going to place the top. So a little bit of noise here, but I'm going to turn this on. And then if I have to, I'll just use my little baton here to make sure everything is being mixed together. Minute. All right. Rich,
Yeah.
you say you don't cook, but
Do you see how I can't talk because I have to concentrate so much on
but
this?
the way you're doing,
Oh.
like you're knocking it out the park. From here, it's super easy, right? You can come up with your own spice mix. So this is called spicy taco, and we're just going to, if you want to add
All that's
that.
going in there?
Yep. It doesn't have a ton of salt, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of oil. If you're using ground beef, you really don't have to use oil because there's enough fat in there. But because we're using the Impossible brand, you kind of have to add it to it. One thing about hummus, if you have to add extra oil, it's totally fine to do so. I like to add it as I'm pureeing. So that's what I'm going to do now. And because I still had some of that garlic oil left, I'm going to use that. Put this back on. Put that oil back in. Okay. Now, what I do like to do is I always try to give it a good scrape down so I know that the chickpeas are getting incorporated. Already it's 95% smooth. But I just want to do a final puree. Okay. All right. So we are pureed. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you taste it for salt.
Okay.
And if we need to add more, we'll add more. I think lemon juice, we have enough. So if you want to do this, give that a taste.
Like a little more salt.
A little more salt. That's why you season as you go, right? Other than
You
that,
can always add, you can't subtract.
that's right. Do you taste the jalapeno? Do you taste the tahini?
Yeah.
So we add a little bit more. Give that a quick. Now, do you think it's seasoned enough? You good with that?
Sure.
Excellent.
I have no idea. That'll look good.
All right. So the last thing we're going to do is have some cucumbers, diced cucumbers. We have some grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, simply cut in half, and I have some chopped cilantro. All I want you to do, and this is according to your seasoning, so I want to add the juice of that lemon.
Does it go this way?
Yep.
Of course it does.
And then you can do it.
Would you do the whole thing?
Yep. Yeah, because I like lemon juice. Excellent. And then for this one, we're going to use the finishing oil, totally organic. Couple squeezes, about 2 tablespoons. Excellent. A little bit more.
More?
Great. A little bit more. Nice. Season to salt and pepper.
Oh boy. Too much?
No, that's good.
Well.
And then cracked pepper.
Okay.
And then you can, if you want to use this, you can scoop it all together. And this is just a nice fresh
I was
salad
gonna say, yeah.
that goes on top of the hummus and the beef, and it's going to be great. Take our hummus right in the center.
And then is this like a sharing tray, right? Like this is, I mean, I'd
Absolutely.
eat this entire thing, but
Now-
then you get to scoop it out.
Absolutely. Or you can do it individually.
Mm.
So you can do it a smaller portion in a smaller bowl. Totally up to you. But it makes a great party dip.
Yeah.
And this comes from my series Ultimate Dips, which, you know, football season right around the corner. If you're having a dinner party, I think it's just a great,
Game nights.
absolutely,
Favorite around
which
our
we
house.
like to do as well. And what I like to do here is a little bit. I'll take the bottom of my spoon and simply make a well, right? Makes it look a little bit pretty too, right? Then what I want you to do,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to add the taco beef right in the center of that well.
All of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Beautiful. Look at that, ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen. And then if you take the spoon, just so that now we have a well for the vegetables, right? Then we're going to take this beautiful cucumber, tomato, cilantro salad, put it right in the center. Now, usually that should be about it. Not in my world.
Not here.
Not in my world. What I like to do is I like textures. So I like crunch, right? Even though this is smooth,
Mm-hmm.
the vegetables have a little bit of crunch, but also I like adding like a seed or a nut.
Mm.
These are pumpkin seeds,
Mm.
which I toasted with tahini, the chili lime
Yeah.
seasoning. And all I do is sprinkle that
Oh my gosh.
with some of the tahini. I mean, with the pumpkin seeds. Are you a spice person?
Yeah, I love spice.
That's why I knew that, so I brought a secret package.
Yeah, drum roll.
Yeah, exactly. I like to add slivered serrano peppers,
Oh boy.
and I just dot them.
I'm sweating already looking at them, but my gosh.
It's the combination of all these. It's just
Oh.
things, and that should be good. Okay,
Wow.
and then the last thing we're going to do, which I do suggest, is take some of that finishing oil and just drizzle some of that finishing oil.
Oh my gosh.
And there we have it. We have a roasted jalapeno and garlic hummus with spicy taco beef, fresh cucumber tomato salad, little crunchy pepitas on top, and voila, buen provecho.
What do you eat this with?
So,
Just your hands?
if in the Middle East, traditionally you would use flatbread, you would use pita chips, but this is Latin inspired.
Mhm.
So we need a Latin inspired dip. Can my assistant bring the tostones, please? And so we love to serve these with some crispy tostones. And I think tostones by themselves are great, but as a dipping vehicle, it is ultimate. It's sturdy, it's crunchy, and it has that umami,
Mhm.
right? That just complements everything that's going on. So let you do the
These
first
were
one.
also made by someone who said she couldn't cook.
That's
so-
right. And they look perfect.
Oh my god. Well, wait, you have to take some too.
Absolutely. Those off here.
I don't even. I like.
You just scoop,
I-
make sure you get all
I
the
know. That's why I'm.
all the
of it.
accoutrements.
Wait, I need. Wait. Oh, you can use your thing. Oh my
Yeah, yeah. It's your show. It's your.
Oh my god. Where do people find you and your recipes? And can you move in? And can, how much do you cost to
Sure.
eat?
Sure, you can move in. You can find us on YouTube. All you have to do is type in @Sabroso, SABROSOLLC. The link will be in the show notes. But you also find the recipe on Provecho. Provecho is a recipe website, which I explained to you,
Mhm.
and we'll also leave that in the description. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook with the similar @Sabroso LLC.
Perfect.
Yep.
Chef Patrick, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
This is great at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
We're going to eat and we'll be right back.
just
Oh my God.
You know what would be better than watching this commercial? watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. 1 month of advertising starts at $200. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Are you an independent creative looking to take your career to the next level? Whether you're an author, illustrator, or thinking about getting into this industry, it's time to step into the spotlight at the Inkpreneurs Summit 2024. This November 1st and 2nd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we're bringing together the best minds in the publishing industry for 2 days of unparalleled learning and intimate networking. From hands-on workshops with industry experts to interactive networking mixers, you'll get the tools, connections, and insights to turn your creativity into a thriving business. And that's not all. Our Fresh Ink Pavilion is the place for new and emerging authors to showcase and sell their books, right in front of passionate readers and industry pros who are ready to support your journey. Plus, meet our incredible lineup of speakers sharing your secrets to success in publishing and beyond. Space is limited and early bird registration is available until September 30th. Don't miss out. Secure your spot today and get ready to elevate your creative career. Visit inkpreneursummit.com to register. Let's give your creativity the success it deserves. See you in Winston-Salem.
We are back, everybody, and I am hoping that this microphone is working because I spent all weekend playing around with microphones again, trying to see and make them work. So here we go. We'll see what happens. Hey, congratulations to Ben, whose new book comes out today, Choking on Plastic Jellyfish. He was a guest a few weeks ago, and on August 26th, actually. So if you want to watch that interview, and go get his book on Amazon right now. So congratulations, Ben. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh my gosh, last Friday, we had Joe Dobby on here talking about music and his performances this weekend, his tour that he was on. And I saw him last night and he blew me away. It was one of the best shows. And it was in this little cafe. He had like a 10-piece orchestra. It like gives me goosebumps talking about it. It was so good. Go look him up, watch his show, his interview from Friday's show, and go get his music. He has a vinyl right now that is on pre-order. You need to look him up. It was so good. So good. I can't even talk about it. All right. I think that is it. Oh, of course, as we are making everybody's day richer, we also want to make Rosie O'Donnell's day richer by having her on this show. And so today's little Rosie memorabilia moment is my Rosie shirt. I spent a lot of time on eBay back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And this is one of the shirts I got from her show. And so I have literally a tub full of these shirts. And so Rosie, if you want to come on, we're right over here. Okay, I think that's it. Tomorrow we have a really good show because we're going to take a nap. We're going to take a nap with Barbara Badalotti, and she's going to be here talking about her book, Your Sleep Blissful Guidebook. And we're going to be talking about the power of naps. So all you people who feel guilty about taking naps, tune in. All you people who think that people who take naps are lazy, tune in, and you're going to learn a lot tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. All right. Go make your day richer. Go make someone else's day richer. You've made mine for getting us to 31,000 views and downloads. It's amazing. And I can't thank you enough. And tomorrow is our 3-month anniversary. So we are at over 10,000 views a month. And I am ecstatic. And I love you all. Okay. Yes. Everybody loves a good nap. This is true. Patrick, thank you so much for coming on. It was delicious. And Jeff, hey, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. I love you. Have a great day.